accept the FY 2017 staffing for adequate fire and emergency response grant for the Bedford Township Fire Department.
So a number of months ago, we applied for it, commonly known as a SAFER grant. It's a staffing grant. It's no secret, probably not just in our community, but in many communities that volunteer fire services, it's very difficult. It's a lot of hours, it's a lot of time that we expect out of our members. And as we looked into the future and looked at some options for supplementing our volunteer fire department, we opted to apply for this grant. We were successful, and we were notified that we were successful for the grant, the amount of $536,071. The long and short of the grant is it's a 3-year grant in which we've been approved to hire 4 full-time firefighters. So those 4 full-time firefighters would do a couple of things for us. Number one, it would provide us staffing 24 hours a day. We currently staff from 6 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. But with this grant, we would be able to staff 24 hours a day, which would improve our responses. It would also give us the ability to meet the provisions with the Advanced Life Support Initiative that we had. We were given a 2-year period with which we needed to be able to guarantee advanced life support 24/7, 365. This would meet that criteria, as well as improving on our response standards. So the NFPA response standards say for a suburban department, volunteer department, we should be arriving on scene of structure fires within 10 minutes with 10 firefighters 80% of the time. That is very difficult to do. There are very few fire departments that are doing it, and one of the driving forces behind the SAFER grant is to help fire departments get closer to that, if not meet that 80% standard. So that was the reasons, and those were the provisions that we set forth in which we requested the grant. Again, we were approved. On the second page of the request is the breakdown. There would be a financial commitment for us for those first 3 years. After the 3-year period of performance for the grant, the township would have to make a decision whether we wanted to continue on with the combination of volunteer and full-time staff. We've done some budget numbers. I believe I provided the budget numbers to you, kind of a 5-year outlook of the budget numbers, and we believe that for the period of performance, we won't need any additional funding outside of our existing millage to accomplish this grant. So we certainly would recommend or request that the grant be accepted. We've got 30 days to accept the grant from when it was offered, which was on the 3rd of this month. And then in succession, we're requesting that the board approve for 4 full-time positions be awarded for the fire department.
Do you foresee those positions being put in-house?
So much as we can, yes, we're going to look in-house. The government's very, very specific with who can and cannot be awarded these positions. So we're going to our intent would be, given approval, to have an internal job posting and see what kind of type of interest we get internally. Realistically, at least some of them, but we're not sure all of them would be internal.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for doing this and putting in the extra work to get this. This is huge, if you ask me. I know some people have concerns. How are you going to pay for it and after the grant's over with? So if you could expound on that a little bit. Yeah,
we first and foremost, we want to make sure that we're doing as the grant was intended. So really, this 3 years is a time for us to show value to the board and to the citizens that what we've got and what we've been provided with these 4 positions increases our service, improves the service delivery that we have, and improves the safety for both our responders and for the public. So certainly to be understaffed with less than the 10 firefighters and structure fires, it increases risk for us and for the public. So we think that this is really just a good opportunity for us to prove that over the next 2-3 years that these positions are important, that we're doing a good job, and then we're going to have to down the road have some serious discussions and see if there's value in continuing with the program past the past the period of performance.
Okay.